Key ideas and details. Students learn how to ask and answer who, what, where, when, why, and how in a text. As students read text, it is important for them to ask and answer who, what, where, when, why, and how of a text. This will help aid them in a deeper understanding of what they are reading. This lesson will provide children with a chance to read a text with purpose and understanding by reading for main idea and detail. This will help readers make meaning of what they are reading. These activities can be done one-on-one with a teacher, or with partners, or in a small group setting. Research has shown that there are 3 dimensions in reading fluency that are key to comprehension: accuracy in word decoding, automatic processing, and prosodic reading. The length of this support lesson is 20 to 25 minutes, and it assumes that your students will have knowledge of various types of text features, an understanding of the terms who, what, where, when, why, and how, and an understanding or practice using different types of reading strategies. Materials needed include highlighters and writing utensils, a chosen theme page from the K12reader.com site, and the poem Sick by Shel Silverstein. Start with introducing to the student the importance of understanding the main idea of a text. Include conversation of different text features, such as bold-faced words, that can assist in understanding. Have a text ready to use with the student that has examples of the text features, and discuss how those text features can help a student to better understand. Think aloud in front of the student, modeling asking questions about the text, and then practice on the chosen text. Next, you will model as the teacher. I see here there are some bold-faced words. I wonder what these words mean and why they are important to the text. Continue using this modeling strategy, and then show the students how you use the text features to help make meaning of what is being read. This is a key part in the gradual release process. Remember, students who are struggling need to have good models in front of them at all times. During the active engagement portion, the teacher will pass out the chosen text. Have the student fold the paper in half along the line dividing the text from the questions, and ask the students to point out the text features. Have the students find the bold-faced words and share meaning of the vocabulary word. If they don't know the meaning, you can ask, "What does the word remind you of?" or use other clues to help them understand. Have the student flip over to the question side and have them answer the questions they already know. This helps the student understand the purpose of their reading, the why of why they need to read this passage, and also lets you know their prior knowledge of the subject. After the students have answered the question, ask them to underline the information that stands out. Once they are finished reading, have them open the paper up so they can see the question side next to the text portion. Have them answer the questions again, this time using the text to better complete their answers. If they need to add anything to their answer, or if they are writing an answer to the question for the first time, ask them to highlight the part of the answer that they wrote in after they read the text. Ask them to highlight where they found the information in the text as well. Link before they leave. Remind the students to link what they have already know to what they have learned after reading. At the end of the informational text lesson, review who wrote the piece and for what reason, what was the main idea and some details, where we would find more information, when it would be important to know the information, and why it is important to understand the information. At the end of a literary text lesson, if you used a story, review who wrote the piece and for what reason, the characters, the main idea and some details, the setting of the story, the time frame of the story, and ask them how you know, and the why. Create a question based on the events in the book. For the formative assessment piece, we are going to use the poem Shel Silverstein's Sick. Read the poem aloud, and the students summarize the poem and count the words in their summary. They then summarize the poem again using only one word. Students explain their choices and discuss the various words offered as a summary. The class then chooses the one word that best represents what is happening in the poem. Finally, students read a second poem, individually or in small groups, and summarize it using only one word. Although this lesson plan uses the poem Sick as an example, this activity could be done with a variety of text of any length or genre. There are several additional resources that can help you. There's readingrockets.org, reading strategies found on Discovery Ed, comprehension lessons, reciprocal teaching articles, and story elements using Danny and the Dinosaur. The standard covered is Reading Literature, Key Ideas and Details. Students learn how to ask and answer who, what, where, when, why, and how in a text.